Market open coming up at this point in time. The first rates are starting to appear. About 1/3% higher on the Nifty is where the pre-open left us with. So yeah, it's 1/3% higher start, 23,256. The Bank Nifty is starting about 0.2% up, 48.50. And I think you'll have more stuff up on your screens as we begin the session. 1,300 stocks are higher, 270 stocks are lower. Sensex is up about 0.4, IT index is up about 0.16, and you got what 40 odd names which are higher and about 10 stocks which are starting in the red. So it's broadly in the green, and we'll have some of these initiation and coverage notes that Nigel was mentioning coming up at the bottom of the screen just to keep track of how they are starting. So should see a reaction at least in a few of them. Surabhi.
Look at Maruti. Maruti is in leadership position, 2% higher. There are a lot of reports indicating that the launch pipeline ahead for Maruti is looking very, very good, and lots of launches in the SUV space are turning on the heat finally after many years. And it seems there's some position building that's already started in the stock. It's been a good January for this one. 2.5% up on Maruti. NTPC, BPCL are number 2 and number 3 on the Nifty. Indices Bank is continuing its forward march from yesterday, about 1% higher there as well. This Kotak Mahindra Bank, that's also looking quite okay. The other major movers and shakers on the upside, HCL Tech, after yesterday's major drubbing, is up about 1%. L&T is up about 1% or so. Reliance, 0.5% higher. And then there's State Bank of India, 0.5%. And then it completely starts fizzling out. The Nifty is up just about 70 points. Now, pressure from the downside is coming in from the likes of an Axis Bank, Shriram Finance from the BFSI space down about 1.5%. And consumer stocks again are sluggish this morning. Nestle, Tata Consumer, they are on the way down. Look at the interesting play between M&M and Maruti. M&M is down about 0.7%. Maruti is up about 2%. Interesting. M&M obviously has been the star of the PV space for well over a year and a half now. So those are the trends, the early trends on the Nifty, just about 50 points higher. Let's see if the bulls can defend this, because remember, you also heard this from Mitesh. A lot of savvy traders are looking to short any counter trend bounces. And that is something that the Nifty could be suffering from as the day progresses. Let's see.
Well, some of the stocks that put on good weight in the last hour of trade, that's some of those PSU banking names, they are pulling back big time. UCO Bank is down 6%. IDBI Bank as well. All of them were up 15-20% in yesterday's trading session. IOB is down 6%, and Central Bank of India as well as Bank of Maharashtra. So all those stocks come up for you on the screen, giving back bulk of what they put on in the final hour of trade on those capital raising plans. We'll have to see how that goes and whether or not this dip gets bought into. So keep an eye out on those names. A few more notable movers. You have Premier Energy that won a large order that Vivek was telling us about. So that stock, in fact, has opened up with a gain of close to around 3%. It's been a little bit jittery of late, but now this order win, large one, gives them some confidence out there. Welspun Corp as well. They have an MOU that they have signed with Saudi Aramco. Remember, this is for their ELSO facility, and this company could be one of the beneficiaries of Trump's policy because it's located, this unit is located in Saudi, which in fact there's an FTA with the United States, so could be a potential beneficiary. So it's announced earlier, but this MOU is signing gives them a further pathway into that market. So that's good news. Zomato has seen a sharp correction from the top in terms of volume movers. That's up close to around 2%. Vodafone Idea as well is up close to around 2% as we speak. And NTPC, that's the other one that's getting into it today. So a 50-60 point uptake. I'll tell you what, the bulls will take it. They'll want to get past the 23,350 odd mark and build on from there. For the time being, that's the line in the sand. Prashant.
Okay, well, 60 points on the Nifty for now, and we're at about 23,230 odd, so 55 odd points in the green. And a lot is happening, a lot is moving at this point. 4:1 basically is the advanced to decline ratio. By the way, the Adani, at least I can spot Adani green, and maybe there'll be more. Yesterday was a big day for that group because they'd all been beaten down quite a bit. They all came back between 8 and 20%. Adani green is the second largest volume traded gainer with about a 3.5% pop. But there's a lot more, and we've highlighted many here, and we'll highlight more as we go along.